All right, Mike, thank you. Well, early voting across the state starts in just under a week. The pandemic has forced election boards all around the country to make some changes to keep people safe. But some of the rules have not changed. Right here in Tulsa County, early voting is at One Oak Field. That's where our very own MAURO joins us now live with information that voters need to know before they visit the polls. Mason.
Yeah, Mike, here at One Oak Field, as you said, and other early voting locations across the state. The polls open on Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning, but knowing just when to show up is just as important as knowing what to show up in. If you happen to wear some sort of apparel to your polling location, it could actually be illegal, and you could be asked by either an election official or law enforcement to leave before you get your chance to vote.
Most people don't realize that that is a law, and when they come in with a hat or a t-shirt, it's an honest mistake.
Sergeant Ernie Mendenhall is one of many Tulsa County Sheriff's deputies who will surround One Oak Field and survey early voters coming in and out of the ballpark.
We're expecting a lot of pedestrian traffic.
Tulsa police will work the perimeter to ensure early voting sails smoothly. But illegal election activity isn't always easy to spot. It could be as simple as the stitching on a shirt.
It happens all the time, and that's why it's so important that people know that when they turn out to the polls on election day, they need to be careful about how they dress and what it is that they bring with them.
Electioneering law prohibits any voter from coming near a polling place sporting a specific candidate or political party. That's so they don't influence any other voters when they go to the voting booth. Here in the state of Oklahoma and here at One Oak Field for early voting next week, that law is within 300 feet. The Tulsa County Sheriff's Office says it'll set up a barricade about 300 feet south of One Oak Field here on Elgin Avenue to let voters know just where that marker is.
When you get to that 300-foot mark, when you go in to cast your vote, not to wear things that support a specific candidate.
Dr. Matt Mata, a political science professor at Oklahoma State University, says electioneering covers any unambiguous prints of public support, whether that's a sign, a button, or printed letters on clothing. But Mata says verbal votes of confidence for a candidate aren't clear under electioneering law.
Doing something like playing an audio recording, speaking over a megaphone, those things, at least here in Oklahoma, are theoretically fair game.
And once again, electioneering law only exists in Oklahoma inside of 300 feet within your polling place. And we've actually decided to step out about 300 feet down here on Reconciliation Drive, about 300 feet. This would be west of One Oak Field at the main gate here. This is an idea of how close you can be within your polling place, still wearing any sort of emblem or sign that represents one candidate over another. After that point, you'll actually have to remove whatever you're wearing. And Dr. Mata wants people to know he's gotten a lot of questions about masks, whether you can wear a mask with the candidate's name on it or not. He says technically that would fall under electioneering law, because the name of the candidate is actually printed on the mask. So he just advises people to choose a different mask when they're going to the polls, just to make sure they are able to vote. Live in Tulsa, Mason MAURO, 2 Works for You.